Hi, Success Nation. My name is Adrian Niculescu, and I have a very special guest today, Mr. Andrew Fletcher, who is an amazing entrepreneur and software developer, and he's very close to delivering a baby.
Hey, Adrian, thanks for having me here. And yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, so we'll have now a lot of traffic based only on that. So, can you tell us, Andrew, something about that baby? Nine months old. In
the baby's name is Convertri, and we're launching it tomorrow at 4 p.m. EDT. That's 4 p.m. Eastern American time. And basically, what we've got is the fastest page and funnel builder on the market, bar none. It's introducing three key innovations to the market: speed, freeform design, and stability. There was a study done by Walmart, which Neil Patel has been talking about a lot, which shows that 40% of your traffic leaves a page, leaves a site, if your page doesn't load in 3 seconds or less. So we've been absolutely obsessing over this and trying to work out how we can make pages load as fast as we possibly can. And it's literally been my obsession for the last 9 months. So we've done an absolute ton of optimizations in Convertri. I've got a load of stats I will show you. But just to kick off with one, a friend of mine, a guy called Noel Cunningham, had quite an image-heavy sales page that he built on Optimized Press and S3, and it loaded in just over 12 seconds. And he rebuilt the page in Convertri, and then it loaded in 1.37 seconds. What you build on Convertri. It really is phenomenally fast, and you don't have to know anything about how to do it. You just need to build it with Convertri, and we take care of all the technical details. We've got a completely freeform editor. Most editors on the market have this concept where you've got sections with rows and then columns and then elements inside them. With Convertri, you can drag anything around, put it wherever you want. It's drag and drop. It's like using Word or PowerPoint, any tool like that. I'll do a demo in a minute and you'll see it. And finally, stability. Everyone in the market, when we surveyed people about this, it was like, what do you care about? One of the main ones was just that confidence that the pages aren't going to go down, whether it's during a launch, during a high traffic spike, or like they're a PPC guy and they want to go to sleep and they don't want to worry about, oh my God, what if my pages go down overnight? How much is that going to cost me? So we publish to a content delivery network called Fastly. They serve 2.5 million requests a second. They are responsible for Walmart's Black Friday sales and Twitter. And when you publish to Convertri, you're publishing to them. And they are basically unkillable. Your pages are not going down for anything when you use Convertri.
Which is an amazing news. Andrew, we've known each other from years, and from the early days of Digi Results, I still remember that I did a lot of affiliate sales, especially using Digi Results, and that was the moment when I've met you online. And I think you had a product back then which was like an Exit Pop-up plugin or something like that. I don't remember exactly the name.
Yeah, it was the Exit. Well, it was called Digi Exit Pop, and we made that to give away because for some reason everyone wanted Exit Pops at that time, and we sold a bunch of different plugins. They did all kinds of things, like some of them built backlinks, some of them were for opt-ins, and every time, regardless of what we sold, we got the support question: does it do Exit Pops? And in the end, we were like, okay, fine. Here is this free plugin that anyone can have that will do Exit Pops on your blog.
The core concept of those interviews is that we entrepreneurs, we have a burning fire inside, and many people don't know what to do with that fire. Do you have such fire inside of you?
Absolutely. It's what gets me out of bed in the morning. It's what makes me a horrible employee. And
how you deal with that fire? How you use it? Do you transform it in products and services? How do you function in the morning?
Incredibly badly until I've had caffeine, like most people, I think. But for me, it's all about building stuff. I love building stuff. And with a technical background, being a developer, it was really kind of hard to convert over to being an entrepreneur, because in development, it's all about getting things. It's not necessarily perfect, but really quite close to it. Like software has to work. Otherwise, it's really painful to people. But entrepreneurship is completely different. Entrepreneurship is about getting out of bed in the morning and breaking shit until you succeed. Like try things, like try different things to sell, try different things to build, and just not giving up until stuff works. And it was really quite a hard lesson to learn for me. But converting that that fire into, I'm going to build a thing and I'm going to make it awesome, is that's what it's all about for me. And I think it's what it's all about for quite a lot of people.
How did you get started?
I got started because I lost my job. I was working for a startup in London, and they called us all into the boardroom one day. We were really excited. It was like all hands. It was a 50-person company. Everyone was packed into this tiny boardroom. We were really excited. We all thought our stock options had been bought out and were about to be worth a load of money. And they were like, yeah, so we can't pay you for this month. This was on payday at the end of the month. They were like, we can't pay you this month, but if everyone works really hard, we might be able to pay you next month. And I used some not very polite words and walked out. And I was like, right, well, I've clearly been lied to about this whole job thing, because I was under the impression I was a naive, like 4-year-old. And I thought if I had a job, that was security, that was success. And all of a sudden I'd worked for a month and not been paid for it. So I was like, well, if I'm not going to have any of the security, I'm at least going to have the upside of being able to work the hours I want, when I want, and do what I want. So I went into business for myself doing SEO to start with. Then I built software tools to do SEO and sold those using affiliates. And then I was like, oh, this affiliate thing is fantastic. Like, let's set up Digi Results. Let's build a network to get other people to launch their products on my network. That's how Digi Results was born. And that still runs in the background. That's like every day some dude sells something to some other dude and I get a commission for it. It's amazing. But I like building things. So hence the new project Convertri. I wanted to tackle landing page builders, funnel builders, and everything about.
The idea is that there are so many solutions on the market today. I don't know, starting with lead pages, with WP, profit builders, and others. Why your solution is different? I know that your solution is different, but how do you differentiate yourself?
It goes back to the three key things I mentioned. Like, we cannot be beaten on speed. Like, it's pretty much impossible to build faster loading pages than you get with Convertri. Like every optimization trick in the book, just completely automatically. The freeform design in the editor, which you'll see in a minute when I do a screen share demo, it's such a different experience to trying to lay stuff out. Like when you want to put your logo in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you don't think, oh, okay, so I need a section, then I'm going to put a row in the section, then I need a column which has it in the left, and then I put my logo in that. You want to put your logo in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and that's what you can do with Convertri. And finally, stability. As I mentioned before, Fastly is just such a phenomenal content delivery network. That, whether you're driving PPC traffic and you want to go to bed at night knowing your pages are just going to be there in the morning, whether you're launching and you need to know that it's going to be able to take a ton of traffic all in the same hour, it doesn't matter. We've got you covered.
And how did you come up with the idea of Convertri?
Like being really rude at an internet marketing event. I was sat on a panel being asked questions, and a friend of mine, Jay, I should point out before I tell this story, like we'd all had quite a few drinks at this point, or I like to pretend we did anyway. Anyway, Jay asked the question of this panel. It's like, why in 2015 can I not just move a button from the right-hand side of the screen to the left-hand side of the screen? Why is that hard? Why do I need a developer? Why does it take the developer 2 hours? Why does it go wrong? And at the time, like, I wasn't really thinking about it. And I said, Jay, like, speaking as a developer that has to do that for people, fuck you. But I obsessed over that. Like, it wouldn't leave my head. It's like, why can't a guy like Jay, he's a really smart guy, like fantastic marketer, why can't he open the page up and drag the button across? Why does it have to be in this blocky grid? Or why does it need a developer? Why does it need these specialist skills? And that obsession is what became Convertri.
I was a member of your private group on Facebook, the one that accompanied the development of the product. The group, if I recall, is called Software Shack, and there
Yes, that's the one.
you yes, you've put all your, I don't know, struggles with the developers, all the roadblocks, everything which went wrong, you've put there. Which were the major problems you had to overcome for developing this product?
Oh God, there's been tons. Probably one of the biggest ones I can talk about is getting text editing right. It's something that's like, it wouldn't even know to anyone that it could be a problem. Like text editing is just text editing, right? Like everything has text editing, but all of a sudden we had to make that text work in every single browser. We had to make it render the same in every single browser. We wanted to have it just be as beautiful an experience as possible. And it turns out like text editing is actually really crappy in a lot of editors, and we didn't realize. So we spent, I had one developer working on that for nearly 3 months, and I spent several weeks on it, dedicated myself, working about 16 hours a day. Just because it's such a complicated problem to make work in a way that someone will never notice it's even there. Like I want them to be able to, so for example, we're pretty much the only editor on the planet that you can copy and paste stuff out of Word and it will just look the same as it looked in Word. Like just open your sales letter that your copywriter has delivered, chuck it into a text box. You might want to divide it up if you're going to do different layouts, but you will get the styling, you'll get the headings, you'll get the paragraph layouts, everything you've got. Most editors just strip all of that out and you have to mark it up again. So that we're getting that to work and work as close to perfect as possible was such a complicated undertaking.
Let's say that I'm a beginner. I'm not a techie person and I want to launch a product, to create something. Which is the low-hanging fruit? How can I start using this product like immediately?
Absolutely. So to launch a product or in general, like?
Both. In general, like, let's say I'm like a beginner. I'm not a technical person. I want to start using it.
Excellent. So hands down, the easiest way for anyone that's like willing to like go out there and sell, the easiest way to make money of this is we've got a bunch of templates which will be great for local businesses. So I'll show you some of the pretty ones in a minute on the screen share. Mm-hmm. Like take that, like take a few photos of like some local business, put them on the page, like grab their logo off the web, something like that, and then show them how much faster the page loads. And they will love you. Like it will be, it's just the easiest sell ever. Similarly, like if you're not willing to go out and do stuff face to face, like a lot of new starters aren't, it's really intimidating. I know it used to intimidate me. Then, picking up jobs on Upwork, picking up jobs, like there's just a ton of service jobs out there for people that need pages designed, they need it laid out. With a tool like Convertri, you can do it so much faster, and it really gives you an edge to be able to show that delivery speed and go, you can build it really quickly, maybe build the first one to win the job, which no one else can even do, and then go, look how quick this page loads, look how fantastic it looks, just because you can use some of our templates and make it great.
And if I want to launch a product, because today the actually activity of launching product is very specific and it became more and more sophisticated. If I want to launch a product using this platform, how should I start to proceed?
Cool. Well, we've got an absolute ton of templates in there, funnel templates for like the whole, like both the info products and software products, where again, I'll show you the templates on the screen share in a minute. You can literally take our templates, swap out the copy for it, and then have your sales funnel for that up and running really, really fast.
Can we look at the software?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump in. So I haven't used this webinar software before, so I'm going to hope this goes right. If I've done that correctly, you should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I've mentioned a bunch of templates. So let's start by having a quick look at a few of my favorite ones. And all of the templates I'm about to show you are included in the front end package as part of the software. So we've got this lovely. This is one of my favorite ones. This is, pitched as a like consulting service agency one. But if you ditch this header, change the logo and the text, then the beautiful testimonials, this page is good for anything. It makes squeeze pages really quickly. We've got a more complicated software guide one for getting leads registered. I'll do a demo in a minute and show you how quickly and easily you can reduce this down though. Most people only want like first name and email. So the fact that there's last name and phone, that's quite frustrating to them. So in most editors, that takes a long time to fix. Mm-hmm. But in Convertri, I'll show you how you can rip it out in 2 minutes flat. We've got this is one of our awesome like local business ones. So you could take this template, this landing page to any barbershop of the right style anywhere and just go, let's swap your images in here. Look how fast it loads. And they'll love you. And set them up some lead gen. Most barbershops just don't have that shit. And they will be amazed what you can do for them. We've got this lovely travel design one with this brilliant like in your face scarcity timer. We've got like swap out the background image perhaps. Even then you don't really need to do that. And like you can just drive scarcity on any offer you like. A really complicated checkout page, which this is one of my favorites. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous. And just the styling of it, this is, so if you need to capture like more information than is typical, this template's got you sorted. Before I jump into the demo, in a second, I'm gonna demo this page and how quickly you can edit it. But I just want to touch on some speed comparisons. I've mentioned like how quick it is to use and then how good the results are. One of our beta testers, David Taylor, took one of his just bog standard squeeze pages and rebuilt it in Convertri. It took him about 5 minutes to do. And you can see every single metric is just so much better on Convertri. We've got the page speed and Y-slow grades just score massively higher. These are two like industry standard scores. Most importantly, the page load time dropped from 5.5 seconds to 1.4. So that's just a huge saving. Like, if you imagine somebody coming to this page, a typical customer, like a typical prospect, he's got like Netflix in the top left of his screen, he's buying something on eBay, he's sat there on his phone and he's opened your website. Those 3 seconds, those 4 seconds difference, that's huge to his attention span. And literally just for building it in Convertri, the page size dropped from 1.6 meg down to 858 kilobytes, which is almost literally half the size, again, just for using Convertri. Now, let me hop into this template, as I mentioned. So what I'm going to show you is how you can take the form here really easily. So we've got, this is a more complicated squeeze page, which particularly good if you're doing sort of more enterprisey software sales, but most people are not. They want to do more simple lead capture. So we've made it incredibly easy. I can click on the last name box, I can delete it. I can click on the phone number box and delete it. And then I can relay out the form just by dragging the buttons up. And you see we've got these neat snap lines so everything fits together really easily. And you can keep the layout nice and neat. And then what you're about to see is the answer to Jay's question. So I can take this whole form and we've got this idea of containment. So if I want to move this field inside it out and put it anywhere, I put it in the header if I want, put it down here, doesn't matter. I can drag it around the screen, do whatever I like with it. But what we don't want people to have to do is move like every element individually. So when things are inside other things, they move together. So I can drag this whole panel and everything that's inside it just comes with it. And then to answer Jay's question now, I can move that there. I can put that over there for a sec. And I can put the squeeze form on the left if that's what I want to do. It really is as easy as that.
Yes, the usual page builders, they don't allow this feature.
Absolutely. Like freeform editing is incredibly hard to get right. It has taken us months to get to this point. But these pages work brilliantly in almost every browser. It's as close to WYSIWYG as you're going to get. I'm going to build a page from, the reason I've shown these templates is because in a moment I'm going to do a demo where I'll build a page really quickly from scratch to show how it's done and how quick it is. But I realize most people don't want to build from scratch. They want to use templates. So I wanted to show that we've got tons of templates and they're really easy to edit. So let's pop out of this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick demo where I'll build a really, really simple squeeze page from scratch. So let's start by adding a background image. In fact, I'm going to delete this image here and re-upload it. So to upload an image to Convertri and optimize it, all I do is I drag it from my desktop, drop it into the browser. It's now being uploaded to the Convertri servers. The image is being optimized, and then that is available to use in your pages any way you like, and you won't have to do anything else to optimize it. We double click page, and I really like these sort of like semi-transparent effects. So I'm going to make it full width, and then if you watch as I do this, let's make it like nice and blue so you can see it. As I drag my mouse around, you can see everything changes in the page, so that you've not got that whole like click, select a color, click out, what does it look like, come back in, change the color, what does it look like. Literally everything about the page changes as you click. So I'm going to make it nice, like semi-transparent background, and then we'll stick a text box in here and go, "Hi Adrian, you're awesome." And then we'll make the text white, center it, let's make it a bit bigger. We like nice big bold text, get it to fit on one line. And then again, you can see these snap lines make it really quick to line everything up. I'll add a quick, let's add a form field to the page and the submit button. And again, you can see this line up nice and quick, nice and neat. And now again, because these fields are contained within the background layer, I can drag it up and down and it moves together. Even more so if I add another panel below it, again, make that full width. You see we can snap up against the bottom of it really easily. Let's make this one, I'm not a designer, this isn't gonna look great, but do a sort of white overlay, and then we can have a subheading down here. Make this text a load bigger, again, central. And then one of the biggest problems that Freeform text editors have when you're using a blocky editor, like most of them are, it's quite easy to take a section or something and put it in higher up because you kind of drop it onto the line and everything expands out. In a Freeform editor, that's much harder because we don't have these sections as a concept. So what we've done is implemented the shift drag. So when I hold down the shift key and drag this top panel, so to start with, if I drag it without shift, you can see just this top one moves. But when I hold down shift, it and everything below it moves with it. So if you've forgotten, let's say we put this right at the top and we're like, oh, we've got to put the logo, we've got to put some text at the top. So now when I drag it down like this, everything moves down. It's really easy to create some space. I can add some more stuff in here. I can add some more text at the top. And then drag this stuff back up underneath it. Then we've also got, it's fully mobile responsive. So when I click into mobile mode, it goes through the page and it does a mobile version of it, which you can then edit as you like if you don't like what it's done. And sometimes you won't. So let's say, we want this a bit lower down, or, we don't want this as tall in mobile. Everything's fully edited in mobile without changing anything about the desktop version.
Very interesting.
It's the closest thing to like WYSIWYG you're ever going to see. And to prove it, I'm just going to do a quick publish. So Adrian Rocks, hit publish. So this page now being saved and uploaded and optimized. And now when I open it, this is our page. So you can see what it looks like in the editor, what it looks like on the page. There's I actually get the question a lot. It's like, well, where's the preview functionality? And it's like, we don't have it. Like what is in that editor is so close to what you're going to get. We just don't need a preview button. So you publish, and what's in the editor here, that's what you get live. Cool. Have you got any specific questions on that, Adrian? Anything I can in particular know?
I wanted to ask you if a user can use, I will repeat, his own web domains?
Yes, absolutely. When you sign up for Convertri, you get you choose a something.convertri.com.
Yes.
I'm andy.convertri.com. You could be adrian.convertri. Can be anything you like. But you can also link your own domain names to it. It's a little bit technical. It requires messing with DNS servers, which most people find quite tricky. So we've got lots of documentation on how to do it. But the bottom line is you point your domain at our servers, and then you can, whatever your website is, adrianrocks.com can serve your Convertri pages, and you won't know it's Convertri.
And also, can you export the layouts, or just they need to be hosted here? Which is the idea?
You can. We support sort of semi-exporting. So you can export an HTML file, or we've got a WordPress plugin that'll do the same thing. But in each case, what it's doing is everything's still hosted on our servers. We do a trick called an iframe, which shows we give you a very thin layer page over the top, which is completely invisible. And then it's still being served from our servers, but it appears on as if it's on your domain as part of your WordPress blog or wherever else. That way, all of the optimization that we apply can still be done with very little overhead.
And I wanted to ask very briefly, which is the price for such a jewel? And besides the front end, which are the upgrades available?
Yes, certainly. So first of all, everything you have seen here is in the front end package. There's no hidden functionality. There's no third-party services you're going to have to pay for. Everything you're looking at is part of the package. So when we launch it tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, this will be available for $297 one time. That's only available until midnight on Saturday, at which point we're never doing one time again. This is a special launch release price. We can afford to do this for now because this is our big announcement. We're here. We want to get a ton of users on the system, and we want to make a bunch of money. But long term, a tool like this, we can and we will charge recurring for it every month. Probably starting at 67 and moving up to 97 quite quickly. But for the launch price, everything you've seen, $297 one time. Then upsell number one is the template club. For $37 a month, you get straight away just 15 extra templates that are just as good as the ones you've seen here today, and way, way better than this rubbish page I've built. I promise you they're built by real designers, not by me. You do not want me designing your templates.
Come on, man. It's a beautiful page for me. Look, it's a pitch page for me. I'm sold. What can I say?
So for $37 a month, you get 15 bonus templates straight away and at least 10 more every month. But more than anything, what you're buying into with the Template Club is the chance to influence what templates we build. We've got quite a big design team. They're going to be building these templates anyway. We'd much rather they were building what our users want. So, we're not just going to take any suggestion. If people want porn pages or anything like that, we're not doing it. That's not happening. But on the whole, our users are going to want lots of similar stuff. So, join the Template Club, jump in the group, and we'll run regular surveys and polls about, what kind of templates do you want? What do you want to see more of? And you can influence what templates you get. You'll never get anything as close to bespoke designs as $37 a month.
When a product is created, the main idea should be which is the paradigm change you propose for the user. So which is the most important shift a user will have in his life, in his business by using this tool?
Just how much faster it is to use, and then how much quicker the pages load. When you don't have to fight the editor, when you can just drag stuff around and put it where you want it, it is so much faster to get pages set up. Everyone talks about speed of execution and how important it is, and you just can't underestimate it. When you want to try 5 variations of the page, but you end up getting frustrated with the editor and you only try 2. When you want to get a landing page up for something by tomorrow, but you can't because the tool's in your way. Convertri makes it so easy to get your page online and have it look exactly how you want it. and then everything about it being optimized for you. You don't have to do anything, and it loads awesomely fast.
And which is the long-term vision for this product? Because I believe that the launch is just the ignition for this software. I believe and I think that this can be developed in an amazing, life-changing platform, by the way. So which is the long-term vision for this?
And we've got big plans for it. There's lots of, at the moment, we integrate with a lot of third-party services. We integrate with Usign, we integrate with Shopify, we integrate with Facebook, we integrate with every autoresponder out there. We've got a custom HTML element, so if we haven't integrated a thing you want, then you can probably export their thing and get it into Convertri. We've tested it with every service we can lay our hands on, and the only thing that hasn't worked so far is Pinterest, and we're working on resolving that. It's a fairly simple thing. But we don't want, long term, we don't want to be integrating with other people. We want to be the platform. We don't want to be integrating with your autoresponder. We want to be your autoresponder. We don't want to integrate with your membership site. We want to be your membership site. And these are all the things that we'll be building into it over time.
So basically now you can't have a membership site using Convertri, but in the near future, this feature will also be included, right?
Absolutely. Just to be clear, when we add all of the upgrades to the editor, like stuff related to this, templates, everything like that is just free upgrade included. When we add future modules, we probably will charge for some of them. I'm not going to say that absolutely everything we do for the rest of forever is going to be free, because that would probably turn out to be a lie. But there will be tons of upgrades that you'll just get for free, and obviously a fantastic deal on the new modules as they're released.
Amazing. So do you expect any pain for delivering the baby? Usually during a launch, as far as I know, there are tons of support tickets, things like that.
Absolutely. We're pretty well geared up for this now. I've launched probably, nearly 20 products now over the last 5 or 6 years. I've been through it so many times. I know what it looks like. I've got 4 frontline support staff working full time and my support desk manager. We've got 6 designers in the design team. There's 2 full-time developers. Some things are going to go wrong for some people. It's not going to be a perfect experience. This has already been used by a ton of people. Anchor Shuckler's launch doing $110,000 on Convertri. We didn't cheat with that. Everything was built using the tool. It's hosted with the tool. Our own sales pages, again, built with Convertri, hosted on Convertri. No cheating whatsoever. But some people are going to have some problems. There's going to be some bugs. But we're here. We're geared up. We know how to handle it. That entire team I've described will be here full time just to resolve those issues.
Perfect. I can't wait to see this on the market, and of course to create some pages using Convertri, because I need to execute this.
Excellent. It is great fun to use. I've never had such feedback from people. I've had people filming themselves on their cameras just to tell me how cool it is. It's a fantastic experience, and that's not just me saying that because I built it. There's been tons of response from the beta testers.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the interview, Andrew, and success with Convertri and all the other future projects.
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me, Adrian. It's been great to be on the show.
And have a safe baby delivery.
Thank you.
Okay. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.